Imagine a world where you can send money directly to someone without a bank, and in seconds instead of days. Plus, you don't have to pay exorbitant bank fees. Or how about one where you store money in an online wallet that's not tied to a bank, meaning that you are your own bank and have complete control over your own money. You're not going to need a bank's permission to access or move it, and you never have to worry about a third party taking it away or even a government's economic policy manipulating it. Sounds like something from the future? Well, it actually isn't. In fact, there is an avid but growing number of early adopters that are doing this right now. And these are just a few of the important Bitcoin and blockchain technology use cases that are transforming the way that we trust and exchange value. Hey everybody, welcome to another video for Top Tier Tech, where we're going to tell you about Bitcoin and the blockchain technology. But before we get into all that, just make sure that you drop a like on this video and subscribe to our channel, along with dinging that notification bell. So, 2021 is to blockchain what the late 90s were to the internet. And like the internet, blockchain technology is anything but a fad. It's here to stay, and if you're watching this, you're still early. So what exactly is blockchain technology? Blockchain technology is the concept or protocol behind the running of the blockchain. Blockchain technology makes cryptocurrencies, which are digital assets secured by cryptography. It makes what are called altcoins, such as Bitcoin, work, just like how the internet makes email possible. Immutable and distributed are two fundamental blockchain properties. The blockchain is an immutable and unchangeable system that means a transaction or file recorded cannot be altered, manipulated, or changed, making it where the ledger can always be trusted to be accurate. Being distributed protects the blockchain from network attacks, and each transaction or record on the ledger is then stored in what is known as a block. For example, blocks on the Bitcoin blockchain consist of an average of more than 500 Bitcoin transactions. The information contained in a block is dependent on and linked to the information in a previous block, and over time, it ends up forming a chain of transactions, hence the word blockchain. Who invented blockchain? A person or possibly group of people using the name Satoshi Nakamoto had published a white paper online explaining the principles behind a new kind of digital currency called Bitcoin in late 2008. Every single cryptocurrency ever since is an evolution of the ideas that were laid out on that paper. Nakamoto's goal was to create digital money that would make online transactions between two strangers anywhere in the world possible without requiring a third party like a credit card company or a payment processor, like PayPal. Because blockchain technology is the technology behind the blockchain, it cannot be owned. It's kind of like the internet, but anyone can use the technology to run and own their own blockchains. Some advantages of blockchains. They're global. This means that cryptocurrencies can be sent across the planet quickly and cheaply. They increase privacy. Cryptocurrency payments don't require you to include your personal information, which does protect you from being hacked or possibly having your identity stolen. They're open. Because every single transaction on cryptocurrency networks is published publicly in the form of blockchains, anyone can scrutinize them. What that does is it leaves no room for manipulation of transactions, changing the money supply, or even adjusting the rules mid-game. The software that constitutes the core of these currencies is free and open source, so that way anyone can review the code. What's the future of blockchains? The blockchain idea has turned out to be a platform that a huge range of applications can be built upon. It's still a new and rapidly developing tech, but many experts have described blockchain's potential to change the way we live and work as being similar to the potential public internet protocols like HTML had in the early days of the World Wide Web. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. If there's one cryptocurrency that you do need to know about, it's Bitcoin. As the first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin has become the most valuable and commonly held among thousands of cryptocurrencies which have since been created. Its rise in value and popularity has been steady, if not without its ups and downs. Bitcoin's price exceeded $60,000 in April 2021, which ended up setting a new record and coinciding with cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase going public. This high had followed a mediocre rise in value in the early months of 2021, exceeding $20,000 for the first time in December 2020. So, here's what you need to know about the world's most well-known and established cryptocurrency. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin was created in 2009 on the heels of the economic recession and was created mainly to be an electronic peer-to-peer cash system, but has also attracted crypto-curious investors as a store of value currency, which is comparable to gold. The history of Bitcoin. The concept of Bitcoin was published in a white paper written by an anonymous figure under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto way back in 2008. Nobody knows the author's true identity, or even if it's a single person, rather than a group of people. The paper had outlined how Bitcoin would work, and the currency officially launched on January 3, 2009. How Bitcoin works. Bitcoin's maximum supply is 21 million, and that's all there's ever going to be. When a cryptocurrency is released, the creators can end up setting its parameters like how much there is, rules for buying and selling, how new Bitcoins are able to be added into the marketplace, and so forth, which cannot be changed after the fact. Locked in from the start, these rules effectively made Bitcoin a truly scarce resource, with a ceiling on the total amount that there would ever be. Not one, not a government, not Satoshi themselves can ever change how that's going to be released. You can't duplicate Bitcoin, and you certainly can't recreate it. This is where the comparison to gold falls a little flat, because gold is constantly entering the market as new ores and pockets are discovered, making it only a relatively scarce material. Bitcoin is also much more transferable and much more easily stored compared to a resource like gold. If you want to move gold, it's going to cost you a pretty penny, from armed transport, security, cost of storage in a facility, and more. Bitcoin can essentially be stored on a USB stick in something known as a cold or hot wallet. Why is Bitcoin so volatile? Cryptocurrency volatility is mostly due to the immature market. Traders are very susceptible to emotion and fear and greed, and so you basically get these really extreme market reactions. There's also new regulations and policies which are constantly reshaping the market, and that causes drastic swings. And of course, there's always social media. It's this weird new thing where viral social trends like Wall Street bets or Elon Musk, for example, end up having huge influences over crypto. If Elon Musk puts hashtag Bitcoin in his Twitter bio, it sends Bitcoin up 10%. While social media has a unique power to intrigue and excite, its influence over the Bitcoin market is also the reason for casual investors to be cautious. With so little historical context compared to more conventional investments, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies could still be considered risky assets. The potential reward does come with high risk, so make sure that any investment in Bitcoin is included in your broader portfolio risk, making more aggressive allocation a thing to be thinking about. Bitcoin mining. With Bitcoin, there is a finite supply of 21 million coins, though not all of them were released when Bitcoin launched in 2009. About 18 million of 21 million Bitcoin have been added to circulation since the Genesis book. The first block of Bitcoin was mined by Satoshi Nakamoto. New gold then enters the market for mining as well, though with gold it is impossible to know exactly how much there remains to be discovered and mined. New Bitcoin is discovered and ends up being made available to buy and sell via a digital mining process, which involves discovering new blocks, unique hash, which is a very long string of numbers and letters, by using an algorithm. Blocks are just regroups of transactions occurring within a given time frame, and new blocks are constantly made available. Each block discovered via the mining process then unlocks a new set of Bitcoin. This reaps rewards for those who discover new blocks and makes new Bitcoin available to buyers. There's no rhyme or reason to each block's hash, so miners do end up setting their computers to create many guesses per second in order to try and guess these random codes. Miners use powerful computers referred to as nodes so as to search for and discover new blocks. Anybody can be a Bitcoin miner by using free software available on bitcoin.org. But running a computer like this ends up consuming a lot of storage space and energy. Whoever guesses the code first will end up getting the rights to create the new block and pick up the transaction fees from whenever its Bitcoin gets bought and sold. So, what do you guys think about the future of cryptocurrency, and especially Bitcoin? Will it be the end of traditional banking systems, or will it also become obsolete over time? Let us know what you guys think in the comments section below, and before you leave, please make sure that you've subscribed to our channel and ding that notification bell so you never miss any more content update from us. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.